Hello there, this is Yogi, and today let's talk about this topic that comes up often in my coaching conversations. And a lot of coaching boils down to this one question: how to have hard conversations easily, how to have hard conversations with less resistance in a way that feels peaceful as opposed to agitating, it feels collaborative as opposed to isolating. Okay? And here are a few steps that we follow in having those hard conversations. And today we'll talk about the first step, and then second, third, fourth, subsequent steps we'll talk about in the subsequent videos. The first step is just the awareness. The awareness that you are in a hard conversation. What's going on is either you're avoiding it, or you're fearful of having this conversation, meaning avoiding it, or you're having it and really feeling kind of fight, flight, freeze response in that conversation. When that happens, it's good to start tuning into your body sensations and emotions about how you're really feeling. Because without that feeling, realization of that feeling, those feelings will control you without you even knowing what you're feeling. But if we are able to be aware of those feelings, then we can actually be emotionally aware, resilient, and engage the system to the cognitive brain after that. And the second part of this is, once you're aware that you're in a hard conversation, what exactly is hard about this conversation? What is the fear? What happens if you have this conversation badly? In 10 years, what effect does it have? A lot of times, there are a few basic fears people have that stops them from taking action. And those fears are in the book Difficult Conversations by Harvard Negotiation Project. They talk about these three fears: the fear of not being competent, fear of thinking I'm not a good person, and fear of feeling not loved. And a lot of times, many fears boil down to these, but it's good to really tune into what is your fear, what exactly is hard about this conversation. I'll give you a couple examples of hard conversations that I've had and I've helped people have. There's a client who he's grooming for a role in his dad's company, but he doesn't like that lifestyle. He doesn't want to live that lifestyle. And we realize after months of discussion that's what's really going on, because they were procrastinating on things, not doing stuff, and this is what at the bottom of it. But they're having a really hard time having that conversation with the dad, because the dad holds them in high regard, and they believe that now once they tell them they don't want to do this and this is not their lifestyle they want to live, how they will be judged, and fear of not being loved and things like that, right? And second conversation I've had with my own manager when I was working in the corporate world is when they told me that I'm doing really badly in a certain quarter or a half year, when I knew that I was doing good. I mean, I was aware many times I didn't do well, but though that half happened to be when I was doing well, many people had told me, and I knew I was doing well. And I was really felt like he threatened to fire me, and I was just at the back of the room and I just couldn't move. I felt trapped. It took me some time to realize I was in the middle of a hard conversation and what to do about it and what is hard about it. For me, it was just not feeling competent in that moment. So that realization of awareness and then what is hard about this conversation is a really good first step towards having a hard conversation. If you're interested in the further steps, which will be awareness of what you really want in a conversation, and then how to begin a conversation, how to carry on a conversation, and how to kind of end a conversation, we'll talk about that in a subsequent videos. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please let me know. And in this video, just to recap, what we talked about was having hard conversations, the first step to having hard conversations is to realize you are in one, and just contemplating what exactly is hard about this conversation. Okay, that's all for now. If you have any questions, reach out to me, and take care until we meet next. Bye bye.